I've always been a fan of the American Revolution, but recently I found out a close relative of mine, 15th cousin on my niece's sister's uncle's side, was involved in the Revolution, West DeBartolo, and furthermore, he was Washington's right-hand man. That's the rumor, and I came here to find out the truth. Yeah, okay, safety, okay. I've always been a fan of the American Revolution, but recently I found out a close relative, West DeBartolo, was involved in it. He's my 15th cousin's niece's uncle's friend, okay, but West DeBartolo. I had to find out if he was really Washington's right-hand man, and I'm here at Monmouth battlefield to get the facts. One more. Monmouth. I've always been a fan of the American Revolution, but rumor has it a close relative of mine. I'm gonna start there. I've always been a fan of the American Revolution, but I found out recently a close relative of mine, my 15th uncle on my niece's sister's side, was involved in it. I've always been a fan of the American Revolution, and recently I found out a close relative of mine, my 15th cousin on my niece's side, was involved in the action. West DeBartolo, the rumor is he was Washington's right-hand man, and I'm here at Monmouth State Park to uncover the facts. Oh, I've always been a fan of the American... Oh, do you care that there's no music?
That's okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. I've always been a fan of the American Revolution, and recently I found out a close relative of mine, it's my 15th cousin on my niece's side, West DeBartolo, was involved in the action. So I'm here to find out exactly what the facts are, if he was indeed Washington's right-hand man.
It's called Rose Tree. music will be a part of that, and that'll be around 1 o'clock. If you have any questions, feel free to come up and ask us.
Hi. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just going to ask what your occupation. Now, what are you doing here?
I'm working on a serving bowl for the unit kitchen.
Oh, right. And you are a carpenter in real life?
No. In real life, I work in a museum. I used to be a ship designer, but I'm retired now, and I work in a museum in Madison called the Museum of Early Trades and Crafts.
And will this bowl actually be used in other reenactments?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I wouldn't do all this much work for fun of it.
But you are having fun.
Yes, I am that.
What do you think of so many things these days being made of plastic? Does that annoy you?
No, I don't use them myself, but if folks want to use them, that's all right.
Your plates at home wood?
Some of them, yeah.
Oh, okay. And you made them yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, we're coming to your house later on, buddy. You just better be telling the truth. You wanted, see, the next person, I'll just ask him to stay in character. You know, I want him to talk about that he was, yeah, right. Okay, is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, also somewhere along the line, I think maybe it can be voiceover, is to actually set the scene. You know, that Hey,
Can you just be quiet? You can stand there.
the dishwasher is not a modern invention. I'm going to show you a colonial dishwasher. Hey, it's Pat Stokes. How are you, Pat? That's okay.
Don't be a pain.
Come on up here. Now, you're doing dishes, but you also are a cook.
Yes,
Now, you actually cooked for how many people are in your regiment?
20 people were here this weekend.
And you actually made a meal on this?
We prepared a meal.
This is not the meal. I hope
This is leftover from breakfast.
Okay.
And what we normally do is just, get rid of it and we burn it. So we don't have any residual left over for any critters that might come roaming
Oh, okay.
through.
So this is not soup.
That's not soup. That is the scrambled egg pie. We
Oh,
have scrambled
okay.
eggs with
I
ham
tasted
and
it and I was
onion.
saying, boy, she's an awful cook. Okay, you're just cleaning the pot. Okay.
Just cleaning.
Now, sorry. Okay. Hey, the dishwasher is not a new invention. I'm going to show you a colonial dishwasher. Pat Stokes. Pat, come on up here.
Hi.
You don't have. That's okay. My hands need cleaning. Now you're doing dishes, but I understand you also cooked for your entire regiment last night.
Yes.
How many men is that?
There are 20 people involved.
How many men? That's politically incorrect. How many in the
Politically,
regiment?
There were 20 of us down from New Hampshire.
Okay. And what did you make last night?
Chicken stew.
Chicken stew. Was it a salad bar?
No salad bar.
no salad bar.
Grocery store to run to.
Now, this was not what you fed the men last night. I hope
No.
these are.
Entrails from breakfast, melon, bread scraps left over, eggshells from eggs, and now we'll burn them so we won't have any residual
Very
left
good, very
for
good. And you know,
critters.
I wasn't crazy about the soup you made. Was
It's
that
rather
soup?
unappealing. No, that's our scrambled egg pot, and we're going to clean it. But we have to boil off the egg that was caught. Cleaning.
Okay,
we're
sorry
doing
about
the cleaning.
that. Okay, good luck. You gonna make lunch today for the NJN crew?
Oh, sure. You're invited. We're having melon and ham, cheese, bread, and fruit.
Excellent. Sounds good to me.
Okay. Have a nice day.
Thank-
Back to work.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay.
You're, okay.
Here's some cutaways of that. And can I get you to sign?
Sure.
Need your signature here. Put your name here.
That way from New Hampshire. Oh, up the Spalding Turnpike or something?
Ask her where she's from.
Oh, okay, fine.
I
Okay.
usually go
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Conway,
Oh, okay.
North Conway, Jackson. No, I have a friend up there and I used to go camping.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know about the meal last.
I'm sorry.
Okay. But I don't know what the food. I don't know what the food was like last night, but I was not crazy about your soup.
That's our scrambled egg pot from this morning, Dick.
Oh,
And we're
yeah.
going to scrub
Oh,
and
she's
clean it.
scrubbing the pot. Okay. Where are you from, by the way?
Wyndham, New Hampshire.
And how many of these events do you come to a year?
2 major events are voted on at the annual meeting in January, and when all the troops from the Eastern coast get together. And we are doing this one here in Monmouth, and then we'll be doing one in New York in the fall.
And you slept in these tents last night?
In those tents.
Okay.
Yes, with the hay and the straw and the rain.
Oh, it's my kind of thing. Which way are the saunas and the steam?
Home. Homeward bound.
Okay, very good. Does the name West DeBartolo ring a bell?
No?
I'll find someone.
Just what you like best about watching.
Oh, okay,
videos,
fine.
what do you like?
Right, yeah. You still rolling? Pat, what's the best thing about doing these reenactments?
Meeting new people. Always new families and new groups. It is a family-oriented activity, doing the living history, and it's really kind of neat meeting people from different sections of the country, learning a little bit about their culture, what they're doing, and where they're going.
Well, I'm from Brooklyn, so someone
Brooklyn! All right, someone new.
Someone new, okay,
Okay,
thanks.
great. Thanks a lot. All righty.
Thank you.
You have to, you know, so that can
Quite a bit, a couple of pounds. Depending on how hot the fire it is, might take an hour, might take half hour.
And is this an all-day thing when you do it?
Yeah.
And you make enough candles like in the spring to last you, then to the next, to the fall?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we'll do it because of the way we do it here. You know, we'll do it all year long for demonstrations.
I'll go get the other eggs.
Egg. Yum. My mommy always makes us egg salad. I like hard-boiled eggs and egg salad. We brought some sticks from when we went to the fire.
For today, but we don't have a basket for our eggs. But we don't want the water to boil too fast. The chickens are next door. Thank you. We'll cover the pot. Just let them boil very softly. Cover it well. All right, the eggs are there. Thanks.
Egg.
Okay, you gonna take care of them?
Egg.
All right.
John, okay, I'm sorry. Peppis? I'm here with John Peppis, one of the reenactors on this great weekend. And John, did you sleep here last night?
Yes, sir. We were out here. Many of us came out Thursday night, set up the field and the tents, and this was home for military man during the 18th century.
Sleeping on, what's this, 2 inches of straw?
2 or 3 inches of straw, and you'd turn out a feather bed or some kind
Ah,
of...
that's the part that, where's the feather part?
Right there.
Oh, right,
That's the
okay.
feather
So
bed.
it's not all that rough, okay.
Make
And
sure the hay doesn't have any bugs in it, though.
Tell me about your shoes. You were mentioning that the shoes are uncomfortable. Why is that?
Well, these shoes, it's not a right or left foot. It's just one size, and even though it looks like these are backwards, if I were to switch them, it would be the same thing. The whole point of shoes of this period was basically the soles to protect the bottom of your feet. The only choice you had was moccasins, and they were brutal.
Oh, so if you get up at 6 a.m. though, at least you don't have to worry right and left.
Right.
And where
If the British were coming and you had to get up quick, it made no difference.
And where are you from?
I'm from Long Valley, New Jersey.
Oh, great. I have one other question. The name West DeBartolo, does it ring a bell?
No, I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that
Not
name.
familiar.
An individual, commander, or...
Oh, a very famous person. Well, obviously not that famous, but we'll find out the true story. Oh, okay, fine, okay. Yep, okay. John, what's your favorite thing about doing these reenactments?
To recreate the creation of liberty.
And you do this for fun? I mean, this is, you're not being a paid actor?
Not paid. It's the recreation of the creation of a nation.
And how many years have you been doing it?
I've had an interest in colonial history for about 25 years. This is actually my first year participating.
Are you coming back with the store and the tent? And
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? It was good?
Yep.
Okay.
No question about it.
Okay, we'll try and buy a good pair of shoes when this is over.
How about a good tankard of ale?
Spoken like a true soldier. All right. Okay, thanks.
We have strict instructions.
They had Walkman back then?
We have my old TV, it's in it. We have instructions to make sure that stuff is well out of sight.
Restrooms, John, what did they use for them?
Restrooms,
I mean, did you
sanitary conditions were appalling, quite frankly. My wife, as a nurse, visited the field hospital over there, and she went over there, and they told her that infection rates were 100%.
And for the reenactments, everybody just uses the building?
Yes. Yeah. We're all in it. They had it open all night, and so people were in there most of the time. Usually, in an event like this, they usually.
How am I supposed to sleep with that constant cannon fire? George! Oh, he must be out there leading the troops. Was I supposed to get something for him? Oh, I'll get it later. Okay. Is that all right? How are you supposed to sleep with those cannons? I can't. You know, was I supposed to get something for Washington? Well, he's out on the field. He won't miss it. Okay. Okay.
Now or later?
Drew, would you get my drink? Justin, would you get my drink, please? You have yours?
There's room on the little box if you want. Yeah, he's
Hang on, guys. Hang on. Pretzels and cookies. This is authentic? This is not authentic. Oh, okay. Is this... What is your excuse, sir?
Well, if I was really authentic, I'd only have a couple of this, a couple of that, and I'd be out there marching right now.
Oh.
And I'd be really irritating that, you
No,
know.
we caught him. Basically, we're here to get the pretzels. Thanks.
Okay.
Some of it is.
We're eating way too much. Everybody's too fat, everybody's too old to be here.
Go ahead. Oh, okay, okay.
Could you tell us what
Yeah, do you want to come back in and we'll talk? I'm kidding about the pretzels, but what here would really have been served back then?
Actually, not much of what you see right here at all.
Not.
It's
Certainly they had the vegetables.
yeah, well, you got to figure armies on the move, how to preserve it. You know, you're talking
So they
salt
wouldn't
and
even
pork.
have fresh vegetables?
Yeah, it's rare.
So what would you guys be eating, or those guys be eating back then?
Well, it's hard to say if you're on a campaign or if you're in a camp. It depends on where you are. That's what you can eat. Usually it would be meat on the hoof.
Oh, okay.
Okay, where the cows would be moving with them.
Right.
Um,
So if you like your steaks
actually,
rare,
the
that's
ladies
great.
over here, the ladies, some of these ladies over here would probably know a little more about it than I would.
What do the soldier rations have been? Is there anybody here? Oh, I do. If West DeBartolo was here.
Yeah, the soldiers were supposed to receive. Hey, step in a second.
You know what? Do you want to? Now this is a reenactment. This is a bowl of pretzels. There's something wrong here. Actually, back then, what would the soldiers have been eating?
Okay, most soldiers by rations would have received a pound of meat or a 3/4 pound of pork or fish, a pound loaf of bread or the flour to make up the bread. They would have received usually a pint of beans or peas, as well as usually a gill of rum if they were lucky each day.
But there's no refrigeration. They would How long would that last?
Well, probably not all that long. We often cook the meat right away, and it would last a few days.
Cook it and then carry
right,
it.
Right. And their stomachs were probably a lot more used to things that our stomachs aren't used to, different bacteria and things that we don't deal with very well.
And sanitation back then?
Well, sanitation at home was usually pretty good if you had a good housewife, but in the military camps, guys being guys, when they got away from home, often in Washington's writings, he talks about making sure the sinks are far enough away from the camp. In fact, they'll regulate that after Valley Forge where they should be.
Oh,
so
interesting. Well, you've earned this, soldier.
Oh, thank you.
Right. Wait, does the name West DeBartolo ring a bell?
At this moment, no.
At this moment,
I haven't
no.
had my pretzels yet.
Okay. Whoops. Is that okay?
I'm gonna put both of you on the spit. Sure I can.
She can pick me up now, Daddy.
Only four.
That one's yours.
That one is Garrett. That one's yours,
Oh,
Garrett.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so what do you want to put it in? It's lemonade. Pick a couple of them up and take them off the stage. I mean, all we had to do is say, hey, I'm sitting by myself tonight, and you'd have 500 offers.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the tea kettles that they had at the place up there? I was there in the morning. I said, listen, I'm going to spread it around. There's okay. Yeah. I can't find
That's some serious cannon fire up there. The fight's that way, so I think I better just check this way, make sure no one's coming up from the back. I'm getting very close to the front. The cannon fire is like just about 100 yards away, so I'm going to go about another 200 yards that way. Oh, could be. Could be. Revolutionary.
Let me guess, we're all going to be called Molly Pincher, right?
No. No, American Militia.
Okay. Right, okay. Yeah, this coat is for sale.
Oh, they're actually so good.
Do women do that back?
I'm just looking for him. There he is.
Should I talk? Can I ask you a quick question? Were there women involved in the battles back then?
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. They didn't allow women in the military in the 18th century.
Did they not even have the women to do like the cooking or the nursing or anything?
They used women as nurses, and some women did the cooking, but each man was responsible for his own food. Only the officers would have people cooking for them.
Okay, listen, what they're looking for.
And how long have you been doing the reenactments?
15 years.
Wow! And what's the best part?
The best part. I think the people, just meeting people.
All right. Is this your own horse?
No, this is another man's horse, and the commanding officer is going to be riding him today.
Oh,
This is Baron.
Baron, you are beautiful. Baron, do you know West DeBartolo? Yes, Baron? There's a little bit of a nod, Baron. I think you do know him. Thank you, Barrett. Okay, we're on to something.
I'll tell you about it.
Oh, wait a minute, this tent has a bed. Whose tent is this?
This is
The grant today.
Oh, am I on? Wait a minute, I found a tent with a bed in it. Heather, what's the story here with this?
Well, this tent belongs to the adjutant, and he's the adjutant for the entire battalion. So he's very, very high up there as officers go. So a lot of times they would have had beds with them as well as a chest for their clothes.
Back then in the war days, they did have.
Sure.
And at the reenactment, do you know how many people have beds?
Not very many. There aren't very many officers, and I think there are more 20th century cots that get hidden away as opposed to real 18th century beds.
We just need 3 because if we have to stay overnight, we're looking at the ones with the bed.
You can fit 2 in there, no problem.
Okay. What's your favorite part of the reenactments?
I think it's the friendships you build with other reenactors from many states away. I mean, you get to meet people and become friends, and they maybe live in Massachusetts or Florida or maybe out in Ohio or Connecticut, and yearly you see each other, and that's really nice. Build that friendships.
Right. Okay, thanks so much.
You're very welcome.
Okay, thank you. Photo ops. What's at 12:45? What were they saying was going to happen at 12:45? Should I? So far, everything we found seems to be pretty authentic, but I wonder about this sign. Did they really put up signs that said which way the enemy was? Is that for the people who wanted to go in that direction? You know, at first I thought they were just bad spellers here, and this was supposed to be the settlers, but it's the sutlers, and they were the original merchants back during Revolutionary times. And right here we have like a Revolutionary mall. So let's look around. Yeah. You know, I thought they were just bad spellers here, and this is supposed to say settlers, but it's sutlers. Sutlers were the merchants of the day. And right here we have the equivalent of the American Revolutionary Shopping Mall. And I'll ask him what he's wearing here. Probably out here in the light. Hey, we're at Frenchie's, and we went right to the top and got Frenchie himself. But Frenchie, your shop has a longer name. What's the official name?
Frenchie's Coureur de Bois Training Post. That means runner of the woods, which was illegal trappers. Because at one time there was only so many licenses issued to trap. Therefore, you know, the people were trapping illegally, and they would come down here and sell the furs to the Dutch and the English.
Oh.
So therefore, we're illegal trappers.
Oh, okay. Are you legal now? Do you have a license?
We're legal
right?
here.
Okay,
We are legal now.
I'll post you right here on camera. we don't
legal.
take this kind of...
We are legal.
You know, tell me about what you're wearing.
Well, right now
because
it's
you never
Scottish.
think about the Scottish with
That's right.
the
but
Revolution.
I mean, well, the French was very, you know, affiliated with Scots also. So today I'm wearing a Scottish outfit that, you know, I got a kill in my
Are these for sale also?
We sell some of these also, yes. We sell all kind of clothing here in this store.
And in the American Revolutionary time, what was the credit card of the day?
Well, they're like IOUs also. They would take a playing card actually, cut it in 4, and tenant of the finances would sign it, and like a Frontenac in Montreal would sign it, you know, and they would just pass it around because the currency wasn't that popular really.
What? There were credit cards, but there were no frequent flyer accounts, right?
No, not
Okay.
that.
What's the biggest seller? at the reenactments? Is there one thing that people most buy?
Here's shirts. For me, it's the shirts and the breeches because the soldiers keep falling down, so they rip the breeches. They run to the brush.
You're the one that prays for rain during.
Exactly. That's my business.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
You didn't ever hear of West DeBartolo, did you? The name?
No, sir.
No. Okay. I thought you might have. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. We just heard about that. No right or left.
They're pretty comfortable.
Do people do you sell shoes?
No, I don't sell shoes here. It takes, I got enough stuff here without that.
Yeah.
It takes the bras and the stuff.
Yeah. What would an outfit like that cost?
We'll probably about $400.
Beautiful.
Dance dress. This has an embroidered stomacher here with the lace decoration, and it has an open robe with a cream colored petticoat. Oh, wait a minute, I have another one that's really much better for you. This has pleats down the back. This is called a polonaise dress, where it has strings where you can lift it up and button it in the back so that it's easier for dancing. Pleats are also down. It's beautiful. And then it has a built-in set of stays. Try that on. Be nice for the colonial ball. Yeah, it would be.
Originally, yes.
Company to the left. Oblique.
Front. Now entering.
Up the blade. March.
Elements of second, third, and fourth continental dragoons. Burlington County Militia Horse.
I feel. Ah. Run. One, six, on the right wheel. Wheel.
Step.
Following the light infantry are elements of the line regiment. Following in the green coats with red facing, the field Jaegers.
Step, 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 forward, step.
After the combined music, 4th Battalion, New Jersey Volunteers. The Maryland Royalists are
Scottish clothes or use Scottish weapons unless you were in the army. So there were always way more recruits than they had room for. Probably either a 4 or a 6 incher.
Guys right there? No, but none of the Americans came out right there. Yeah, why don't these dead guys take their places where they were yesterday? Because it's 2 hours.
Can you see all that stuff in the background, Aubrey? Yeah. It was at a time like this, in the heat of battle, that I just wonder exactly what my great uncle Wes DeBartolo was doing, probably showing his true colors. Was he my uncle? What was he again? Say my distant relative. I just wonder, 200 plus years ago, exactly what role my great relative Wes DeBartolo played. He was probably doing what he did best.
Have your mic on, your other mic.
I just wonder, 200 plus years ago, exactly what heroic role my great relative. Right. Yeah, okay. I just wonder, 200 years ago, exactly what great role my relative Wes DeBartolo played. I bet it was just heroic. Okay. Let me do it one more time. He was doing what he did best, maybe, and then cut to him sleeping, okay? Like 200 plus years ago, I just wonder what my great relative Wes DeBartolo was doing in this great battle. He was probably doing the thing he does best. Did best, sorry, right. I just wonder 200 plus years ago exactly what my great relative Wes DeBartolo was doing in this battle. He was probably doing what he knew best. Oh yeah, okay. I just wondered, go ahead, I'm sorry, USA? Okay. I just wondered 200 plus years ago, in the middle of all this battle, what my great relative Wes DeBartolo was doing. I'm sure it was something heroic, something only he could do during a battle.
Forces are pinned down behind the pole fence, and they are under heavy fire from 2 positions of Continental Artillery.
And I'll be, doing like.
You gotta wake them up to your animated self.
Richard, what role did New Jersey play in the American Revolution?
Well, Dick, New Jersey played a very pivotal role. By comparison, people often call Virginia the cockpit of the American Civil War. New Jersey has been called the cockpit of the American Revolution. With, between New York City and Philadelphia, two major cities in the 13 colonies, New Jersey was right in between those two major cities. A lot of troop activity occurred.
Boy, the reenactment was great. How many people would you say took part today?
Well, we had close to 700 men and women in uniform, and we had probably about an additional 400 or 500 camp followers.
Rolling? Richard, the reenactment we have. Okay. Great. About how many people took part this weekend?
Well, we had over 700 men-at-arms, and that includes women in uniform, as there are many cases of women who actually fought in the Revolution. And we had about an additional 400 or 500 camp followers, wives, sweethearts, and children, who all participate as living historians.
You know, the one person we were looking for was Molly Pitcher, because what was her role in the Revolution?
Well, Molly Pitcher was her nickname. Her real name was Mary Hayes. She followed her husband, as many women did during the war, and during the battle, as she was bringing water to the cannons on an artillery position, when her husband fell either due to wounds or heat stroke, she stepped in, she grabbed a rammer, and she serviced the cannon, and stood toe-to-toe along with the other men of the crew and fought against the British.
And also, how many, sorry about that, still rolling? Richard, how long has the battle been reenacted here?
Well, actually, yeah, I think that was it. All right.
Richard, how long have they been reenacting the battle here?
Well over 150 years. The first reenactment was 25 years after the battle. The next reenactment was 50 years after the battle, so we're talking about the early 1800s. A lot of people went down to heat, but in more recent times, the biggest reenactment in recent times was, of course, the bicentennial in 1978. And it's been going on pretty much since then. There was a lull back in the 1980s, but since the Friends have formed in 1990, the reenactment has been sponsored by the Friends for the past 6 years.
Now, is anybody paid for this?
No. The Friends is a volunteer organization. All of the reenactors are volunteers, and it's a major fundraiser for the Friends of. It's a major fundraiser.
Once it starts.
From his question, or?
Yeah.
Richard, who pays for this?
Okay.
Richard, who pays for this?
We, being the Friends of Monmouth Battlefield, request a donation at the front gate.
Richard, who sponsors this event?
The event is sponsored by the Friends of Monmouth Battlefield along with the State Park Service. It's a real public-private partnership to preserve, protect, and enhance Monmouth Battlefield State Park.
Why was Monmouth Battle so... why was Monmouth? Why was Monmouth Battle so important?
Monmouth is a turning point for several reasons. Number one, it happened right after Valley Forge. This was the first time the American Army was a trained. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Did I miss the battle? I'll just go by. Okay. I think. Did I miss something? I'm just gonna look at the camera and say, did I miss something? And I have this terrible feeling I missed something. Did the war start?
You missed the battle.
I missed the battle. Silly. You know, I have a terrible feeling that I missed something here. When does the battle start?
The battle's over.
I missed it. Nuts! You know, I have the terrible feeling that I missed something important. When does the war start?
The battle's over.
The battle's over. I hope George doesn't take attendance. Why was the Battle of Monmouth important?
Well, the Battle of Monmouth was important for several reasons. Number one, it was the proving ground of the American Army after it had been trained under Baron von Steuben at Valley Forge. The Americans had broken camp on June 18th, and 10 days later they fought the Battle of Monmouth. The Americans stood toe-to-toe against the British regulars, the best the British had, the Black Watch, the Coldstream Guards, the Grenadiers, and the Americans fought well and held the British off for the first time, at least under Washington's direct command. And finally, it was the battle in which Washington proved himself as a great field commander. Lafayette described it as Washington's finest hour.
Richard, why do you think so many people take part in these reenactments? You said like 700 people, and I know they spent several nights here in tents. What do they get out of it?
Well, the name that we give people who portray the soldiers and the families are living historians. And it's very significant to have a true appreciation of your own personal past, your own personal roots. It makes a person well-grounded, and it gives them a sense of their role in society and their role here in the present day. So they really enjoy it.
Are there a lot of Revolutionary War spots in New Jersey?
Oh, well, New Jersey, as I mentioned, is known as the cockpit of the Revolution, all the way from Fort Lee, opposite Manhattan, down to Trenton and Bordentown in South Jersey, the Hancock House, where American militiamen were bayoneted by British on one night. New Jersey is just chock full of Revolutionary War sites.
You mentioned some famous people while we were talking. Does the name West DeBartolo ring?
West DeBartolo, wasn't he that famous spy? No, who's West DeBartolo?
No, we're doing a running joke. Yeah, right. No, okay. Should we give him any sort of answer? What we know about him, we shouldn't tell. Should we say something like that? Yeah, but Richard, we've talked about Washington and Molly Pitcher and a lot of famous names. Does the name West DeBartolo ring a bell?
West DeBartolo?
West DeBartolo, yeah.
That's a pretty infamous name. I think it's best that we not talk about Mr. DeBartolo at this time.
Oh, all right. I wonder what it was like on this battleground 200 plus years ago. I wonder what the men felt and what the women were doing. And most of all, I wonder why I'm sitting on a campfire. Okay. Oh, yeah. Right, okay. Right, yeah. I wonder what it was like here 200 years ago on this very site. I wonder what the men felt and what the women's emotions were. And most of all, I wonder why I sat down here on a fire! I wonder what it was like here 200 years ago on this very battlefield. I wonder what the men felt, what the women's emotions are. But most of all, I wonder why I sat on a fire! To this day, George Washington is remembered with many monuments in Washington, D.C., George Washington Bridge, but West DeBartolo is also remembered. And if you don't believe me, next time you're out driving, just look around. Okay, and then just some West. I'll do it one more time. Okay. Anything to change? There are lots of things named after George Washington. George Washington Bridge, Washington Monument. But you know what I found out? I found out that West DeBartolo has his own collections of things named after him. And if you don't believe me, next time you're out driving, just look around, but look closely.
Just a little more energy.
Energy, okay, right. George Washington had a lot of things named after him, the bridge, the monument. But you know what? I found out that West DeBartolo had a lot of things named after him. Next time you're out driving, take a close look and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Another one? Or is that okay? Okay. Okay. So George Washington had a lot of things named after him, his own bridge, his own monument. But I found out West DeBartolo has some famous things named after him. When you're out driving, just take a close look around, and I think you'll see exactly what I mean. I really lucked in. I found Molly Pitcher. How are you, Molly?
All right.
Molly, what was it like in the heat of battle?
Well, it was a very hot day, and I'll tell you, it was a really tough battle. My husband fell during the battle, and I was carrying water. But I had to drop the water. There weren't enough people to run the gun. So I had to take my husband's place on the field to keep the gun running.
That's amazing. Women's liberation back then.
That was good. Just one more for a safety.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You were so nervous. I really lucked in. I found Molly Pitcher. Molly, what was it like in the heat of battle?
Well, I'll tell you, it was a really tough battle, and it was a really hot day. And during the battle, my husband fell, and I had to drop the water that I was carrying for the men and run in and take his place to keep the gun running.
One of the original women's liberation. I really lucked in. I found Molly Pitcher. Molly, what was it like during the heat of battle?
Well, I'll tell you, it was a really tough battle, and it was a really hot day. My husband fell during the battle. I was carrying water for the men, but I had to drop the water and run in and take his place on the field to keep the gun running.
A heroic woman right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Doing this.
Nick, come on back.
Tell me when you're rolling.
We're rolling.
We need water. Where's West? We need water. Where's West?
One more time.
Okay, we're rolling.
Where's West? We need water. Where's West? We need water out here.
Okay, great.
Actually, these are my patterns, early American tin can. And these are, you know what these are? These are elk laces. So if you have an elk with high tops, he needs a pair of these. We're going to look at some other places, so let's go on. Okay, should I just do a cover? It is like a shopping mall. It took me an hour to find a place to put the horse. We're in one of the shops here, and this is my pattern, early American tin can. I have these at home. And these guys are, let's see, it says, oh, they're elk laces. So if you have an elk with high tops, you need these. We're going to walk on. My hat and, right. Right. Yeah. There is a trick to these things.
It's also,
I don't know.
it's also good steel. That's 1090 steel.
You like this commercial around the holidays?
I don't know.
How did you do it?
You see enough of these, you know.
I had these ones.
Tell me when you're rolling, Aubrey. And this is really neat. Oh, yeah. They didn't have video games back then, but they had these neat little guys. Hey! And it doesn't need batteries.
Isn't that amazing?
Later than that, but I couldn't exactly say the exact time period. I don't know for sure. I would tell you something and it would be wrong. And this is basically Connect 4. It's Captain's Mistress. Captain Cook, it said that Captain Cook played it so much that they called it the Captain's Mistress because he was always at it. What is that called? The Captain's Mistress. It's basically Connect 4. It's like
Connect
a
4
wooden,
where you're
it's
trying
like
to
a wooden
prevent your...
Connect 4. It even comes out at the bottom like the plastic. If I can get it angled.
I swear.
The idea is to prevent your opponent from getting 4 in a row, up, down, or diagonally.
That's like a forerunner of tic-tac-toe?
Yeah.
Tic-tac-toe?
And mistress does not mean what mistress means now. Mistress was a honest
In this
to
case, it
goodness
does.
used in church wife.
In this case, it does, but
Well,
yeah, in mistress could also be just somebody's wife, and it would be a more formal term. You'd call my mother a good wife. It's a more common term.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to talk to you for a second for NJN, okay? You know, we've been hearing that back in the revolutionary times, the shoes were the same, right and left and right and left.
Yeah, they were straight.
Oh, the van go by, right. We're talking to some of the reenactors who were saying the shoes, there was no difference between right and left. So now, are you making shoes like that, or are you taking the old styles and...
I'm utilizing the old styles and I'm making combination lasts, right and lefts. I've replaced so many straight lasted because they're uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
That I myself do not make a straight lasted shoe.
When did square toes start?
About 1760s, the Brits, as they started coming over, started introducing the round toe. So it became a little more fashionable to kind of lean with the round toe shoe. But the square toe will work up through that time period.
Oh, okay. And laces didn't come till much later?
Well, laces, I don't know. I've looked at, as you can see, the particular shoe I'm here, I'm told that I've taken some patterns from 1730s, which were taken from a dig at Fort Ligonier, and they were a workman's style shoe, single lace, no tongue.
Actually, we're here to sue you for copyright infringement.
Go ahead, do it by all means.
So people, can the reenactors wear these shoes?
Oh, yeah,
they are. Okay, I was
I've
going
got
to say.
them all over it, yes.
Oh, I was going to say a lot of them seem to like to be uncomfortable. Well, for the historical significance.
And that's very true, but what we've done, as I said, we've replaced quite a number of
Right. You can get by with these.
Yes,
they look authentic, but they're comfortable.
They're much more comfortable.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Right and left.
Okay,
yes, that's
thank you.
correct. Thank you.
She's just going to give you a release to sign. Okay. The British at the top. Oh, I see them. Okay. Okay.